Oh, the life of being chaotic. It's great. I know I'm blind. No, it's far too warm. Right, so I'm on because I said earlier on that I was going to come on, and I'm tired of breaking my own promises. Because it kind of like fucks with you. Hi, Charlie. Maybe it was fate because it means that Charlie can join. Because I'm not going to dox her, but she lives across the pond from me, and she's one of my super duper bestest friends, and life is good. Yes, life is good. That's what we've been resetting ourselves for the last little minute, because we had a bit of a wobble on the crazy train, and that's never fun. But I used my poetry, and I brought myself out of it, hopefully quicker than usual. Choo choo. I'm double dropping the valerian tea. I love you too, Charlie. I'm double dropping. I'm double dopping the uni boob valerian tea tonight because I can feel that good old insomnia. Like, see, my brain is slightly scattered tonight. It's not quite doing as it's told, and oh my goodness, how small did I decide to write that for myself? That was brave of me. You won't even be able to see it. Look, it's just tiny, whiny. Double dose of the uniboob fixes everything. But then, if there's two, it's no longer a uniboob, is it? So, like, unless you're talking about like unless you're talking about like I don't know, two people with like a uniboob each. I've completely hang on. Right, so the poem I'm gonna read tonight, funnily enough, is A Beautiful Mind. Beautiful Mind. And I am gonna explain this one because I can. This one I wrote because I've heard that more than once. I've shared my work, my different various forms of my work, with different people, songs, poems, pictures. I give art as gifts, and a few people have said, oh, you've got a very beautiful mind. And I've heard other people being described as having a beautiful mind, and it always didn't always sit too right with me. Not in the way that, like, I don't think people have a beautiful mind. I just think that there are a lot more people who are maybe gifted in certain things, like music, art, things like that, expressions, things that involve emotional exploration. I think people who are after that also struggle from a certain sense of self-awareness. Like myself, I call myself a self-aware and sane person. And beautiful can be broken slightly. Like I always like to remember the Japanese who fix broken china with gold. That always stuck with me. I like gold. It's shiny. Anyway, So I'll read the poem so I can get out the way and have another sip of Uniboob tea. What a beautiful mind. Don't mind. But are you sure? Have you been inside the mind of a thinker before? It's not beautiful in here. It's quite gruesome, quite dark. I mean, there's a reason. There's pain in the art. There's cracks on the walls and the lights all just flicker. The carpet's threadbare and smells like cheap liquor. The beds are all dusty because artists don't sleep. Everything's rusty and there's loads of stray sheep. The kitchen is empty, the cupboards are bare, the dishes from 10 meals ago are still there. There's voices that echoes and knock off the plaster. There's monsters and spectres that make you run faster. There's trapdoors and spikes and all kinds of distractions. Be careful round things that don't usually have actions. I see you running now. It's horrendous here, I know. Can I ask you a small question though, before you go? What a beautiful mind. Don't mind. But are you sure? Have you been inside the mind of a thinker before? Yeah, so that's a beautiful mind. I wrote that one, I think, possibly nearer the beginning of the challenge. And I mean, writing 3 poems a day, and I am writing 3 poems a day. I am sporadically using whatever inspires me in the moment and writing, and I'm posting them, and I'm trying my bestest to keep up with my own fucking torture device. I don't know why I'm doing this, alright? I just know that I'm going to keep writing 3 poems a day. And I just know that I'm going to keep reading them whenever I end up reading them. And I'm just going to keep doing it because I'm enjoying doing it, and I'm learning so much about myself. And I'm hoping that what I'm learning about myself is like a universal kind of journey. And you can look inside my brain at whenever you want, Charlie. You've got that camera. I wonder if we push it hard enough, will we see anything? Thank you, Charlie. I nearly drank the string off my tea bag. That was not pleasant. Brain buggers, that's all I have in there. I don't have anything else. I don't have any grey matter. Just brain buggers and like a little dude and another little dude, and the like fight with swords. I don't know. Don't deep throat the tea bag. Don't deep throat the tea bag, Stacey. Oh. I did it again. Anyway, doesn't even matter. It's not like I don't share each profile. It is what it is. I am the queen of doxing myself. Advice from Charlie. Don't deep throat the tea bag. Unless you're really desperate for a cup of tea. I mean, you know, we're British. We can't help ourselves. Sometimes you just have to deep throat the tea bag. And then you don't know what's gonna happen. You'll choke, probably. And you suck it. You think. This is not that kind of live, Charlie. I'm even pointing a pencil at you. Who in the dominatrix do I think I am? I don't know. This is hilarious. I know you're innocent. That's why I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Charlie. You're an innocent, bubbly bubble of joy with absolutely no quirks or things that could be questionable about you at all. No, but genuinely, Charlie, you are awesome. Oh no, I dropped my pencil of power. What am I gonna do now? It'll have to become the pumpkin of power. That's the psychology of talking with your hands. That's why you see politicians doing all this stuff. Don't ask me how I know. I couldn't tell you. I'm a sponge. I probably watched it on a TV show. Anyway, how are you to at this present moment, Charlie? I don't know what time it is where you are. You know that I am shit at time zones. Like how long? The length of. Grab the lead of life. Yay! It's at 6 p.m. ish. Oh, that's good. Evening time, Charlie. Happy evening time. I don't know. I'll maybe give it another second and then read it again. I don't know. Oh no, I need to mention the pain in the art thing, don't I? You just snarfed a pizza. See, no, the brain's not working. Yes, the pain in the art thing. So the pain in the art thing, even in the one online, it's in quotations, and that is because it is a quote from an exceedingly good song called Genesis by a mediocre Welsh artist called Ren. If you have a moment, go and check him out. I mean, like, if you have a moment, you know, if you're going for a shit or something, it'll be worth your time. Mediocre. I don't even know who he is. Anyway, back to biscuits. I didn't know I was gonna come on live for so much crack. Thank you very much, Charlie. Joy is crack after all. In both the Irish term and the illicit substance. You can get addicted to joy just as much as you can get addicted to any other drug. Dopamine is a drug, I think, that comes from your brain. See, now that's a nice drinkable temperature. Like you're drinking hot bath water with a little bit of grass in it. Back to biscuits. Aye. So I'll read the poem again and see if I can do it with a little bit more smoothness, like custard in the delivery. I am feeling exceedingly uncontrolled right now. We're very lucky that I'm able to string sentences together without going off into massive tangents. Uniboob soup. Yep, it's made of 6 middle-aged women. Right, this is how they make the Uniboob tea bags. This is a super secret, and they'll probably kill me for telling you this. Okay, here in the ether, we have this thing called Uniboob tea, and I've told my friend Charlie about it, right? And she can't wait to experience the Uniboob tea, but now I'm gonna let you in on the secret and tell you all how it's made. okay? So there's these three middle-aged women who all only have one breast each. And they all bathe in an onsen in Japan that has a special blend of our aromatic herbs and spices and different botanics, all designed to boost the confidence and the ego and the beauty, both inward and outward, of a woman. And that's the absolute truth. By all of the gods of mischief. And that is the story of Uniboob tea. And unfortunately, only a certain type of woman is ever given access to the Uniboob tea, and we're usually quite emotionally unstable and can be known to form unreasonably close bonds with cats. Thank you. No nipple, no. She's gonna stop me again. Go up. Nearly knocked over the whole table with joy. Not because it's not a real table at all. What are you talking about? Right, I'm going to read the poem before Charlie distracts me with crack again. You haven't got 4 cats on you right now. You are perfectly sane. Beautiful mind. What a beautiful mind. I don't mind. But are you sure? Have you been inside the mind of a thinker before? It's not beautiful in here. It's quite gruesome, quite dark. I mean, there's a reason there's pain in the art. There's cracks on the walls, and the lights all just flicker. There's the carpet's threadbare and smells like cheap liquor. The beds are all dusty because artists don't sleep. Everything's rusty and there's loads of stray sheep. The kitchen is empty, the cupboards are bare. The dishes from 10 meals ago are still there. There's voices that echo and knock the plaster off the wall. There's monsters and spectres that make you... Oh, crap. I've fucked myself up. That's the first time I've done that, though, to be fair. But the thing is, the rule is you have to start from the beginning. So, from the top, what a beautiful mind. Don't mind. But are you sure? Have you been inside the mind of a thinker before? It's not beautiful in here. It's quite gruesome, quite dark. I mean, there's a reason there's pain in the art. There's cracks on the walls and the lights all just flicker. The carpet's threadbare and it smells like cheap liquor. The beds are all dusty because artists don't sleep. Everything's rusty and there's lots of stray sheep. The kitchen is empty, the cupboards are bare. The dishes from 10 meals ago are still there. There's voices that echo and knock off the plaster. There's monsters and spectres that make you run faster. There's trapdoors and spikes and all kinds of distractions. Be careful round things that don't usually have actions. I see you're running now. It's horrendous here. I know. Can I ask you one question, though, before you go? What a beautiful mind. Don't mind. But are you sure? Have you been inside the mind of a thinker? Before? That was silky smooth to a point. I know, silky smooth and then fucking hit the floor. Thank you, Charlie. It's not about the mistakes, it's about the recovery. isn't it? Isn't it? That's the rule. That's what I was always told. Thank you, Charlie. You've been a little light for me tonight, because Uniboo bands, I'm wearing black and I'm covering them up tonight because they've been out too much, so they've been retired. A little bit of extra modesty to thank you again. A little bit of extra modesty to help me focus back inside instead of outside, because that's what happens. You switch off and you're like, whoa, what the fuck, and then you bring yourself back around and you're like, hang on a minute, I thought I put you in a box. And then you have to go and kick the demon in the nose and tell it to get back in the box, because it's not allowed out, because we have all these boxes and nobody wants them to be open because it's just risky. Okay, tell Jensen to calm down. Tell Jensen, calm down. Okay, otherwise the ether will send you a very upset letter. And ask to speak with the manager, and you don't want that. Nobody wants to speak to the manager of the ether. They're not very nice. They don't listen to HR. They're quite tyrannical, really. But at the end of the day, this place, the Karen of ether, yes, the Karen of ether. That is. Am I the Karen of the ether? I don't know. Maybe sometimes. Part of me, maybe. Do I have parts? Everyone has parts. Like 7. I think it's like 7 different aspects of your personality. And if you have a problem with like lucid, you're not. I'm not. Maybe not. I don't think I am. I don't know. No, you're right. I definitely couldn't. I still am the type that won't send my food back in a restaurant in case somebody spits in it, even though I've worked and work in food service, catering and hospitality in different aspects. And I know that number 1, that's highly illegal, and number 2, a chef probably wouldn't want to ruin the food, but the anxiety just sits there. So it's just like, no, thank you. I will eat this food that I don't like, because I don't want to cause a problem for the people I'm sat with, or for myself, because I don't want to have to face that kind of fucking embarrassment of someone talking to me about something that I don't want to do in public. Oh my god. See, it's a confession today. It's a confessional. Forgive me, Bob, for I have sinned. It's been forever since my last confession. I just asked for a refund. Fair. But you don't pay till the end. Just be like, I am not eating that. Goodbye. See, like, I'm quite dramatic sometimes, but see, when it's actually me and I'm in a situation, it's not. I don't like it. It's like, no, it's okay. I will eat. Like, go to the point of eating something. I don't know. Maybe would I eat something I'm allergic to? No, I don't think I'm that fucking stupid. Not that I think that I'm like that severely allergic to any kind of food that way. But yeah. My eldest, who is nearly 18, force feeding for social niceties. It's because I'm British, and it's because my grandmother, on my mother's side, was a beauty queen, and she gave me finishing lessons and made me very agreeable. No, it's not just down to that. It's like a whole lot of shit. But I mean, I think that's why I can present it so gracefully. So hats off, Grandma. You managed to make your crazy granddaughter at least somewhat. What's the word I'm looking for? To describe the word, I'm literally looking for the word to describe being able to talk freely. So, yeah, that's a bit of a silly thing, isn't it? I've got a comfy little footrest to sit on, but if I sit back, then it feels rude because it's like I'm sitting away from a conversation. Trying. Have you had a good day, Charlie? Eloquent. I'm eloquent with my mental illness. Look at me eloquently fall apart on camera. Look at how elegantly I have this mental breakdown. Very cutesy, very demure. No, I'm not brushing over mental illness. By the way, anybody in the ether who is thinking that way, I actually am somebody who lives the realities of it. So if I want to poke fun at it, I fucking will. All right. Sorry, Charlie, I wasn't talking to you. As she puts laughy faces, she's just supporting me. She knows me in real life. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just went awkwardly silent after poke fun at my cray any day. I know you can poke fun at my crazy. It fucking obviously exists. I poke fun at my own crazy. We are both self-aware crazy people, and that's what makes life so interesting. Did I? Yeah, I did. I just went silent on myself after having an argument with myself. Damn straight. But I did put weird ass makeup on. Whoa, I don't like that. I don't like that. I look like a sloth. Oh, I need my glasses now. The glasses have now become part of my face, and without them, I feel like I'm missing a part of my face. We have a problem. I don't know what to do without my glasses anymore. I was like, oh no. I was like a vampire looking at the window at like 7 in the morning by accident. It's like, oh, death, naked face. You made me too silly. No. I'm not corpsing live. Nah, you can't have it. That was funny. You're funny, Charlie. Hi, G. It's not a serious poetry reading, it's me. I can't be serious. Not for like more than 25 minutes. Hey, Georgie. Hey, Georgie, do you want to float? It's still spooky season, and I do have ADHD. Okay. So things like that are gonna happen, and I love and it's always gonna happen because I am creepy. I'm sorry. I am sorry that I said something that I can imagine that you've probably lived with that a while. No, I call you G normally. It was just because I saw Hey Georgie and it just popped into my head. And I was just like, yeah, let's go with it. We'll turn into Pennywise for a minute. Dia de los Muertos. The Day of the Dead. For remembering the day for remembering your dead. And celebrating their life. And going to the graveyard and giving them food and playing music and doing all the fun stuff. And finding leftover candy. Graveyard candy sounds risky. What if a dead man rubbed his willy on it? And what if you get undead herpes? Oh, you'd be fucked. Graveyard candy. Don't eat candy off the floor in a graveyard because it might have zombie herpes, okay? Just FYI for the season, okay? Nobody wants zombie herpes. I'm pretty sure that's how the next apocalypse starts. Everybody now promised that we're not going to eat candy off the graveyard floor. Look at you two, got me calling sweets candy. And you're English as well, Charlie. Shame. For shame. For shame. That's okay. I'm not really... Oh, well, that's probably because you're going to eat it on him, Charlie. And I think really at the end of the day, Halloween sweets... shame. For shame. The English girl is using American words like they're her natural language. How very dare she? Well, sorry, but I have been consuming American media. Yeah, no, the slang is catchy. And we've been watching each other's media for a long time, and it's easy to slip. Yeah, it's easy to slip in and out of different colloquials. But it's also fun to play around with them too. I suppose I'll read it one more time because Jay's here, even though I prematurely poemed myself and did both of them really quickly. You know, acting like a bloke. That was very sexist, Stacey. I did it again. Do you know, I'm great at this mystery thing. So in the poem I've read and I'm reading, G is Beautiful Mind. It's one that I wrote, I think, earlier in the challenge, and it's about feeling torn, about people commenting on Beautiful Minds and stuff. You'll probably yeah. All right then, soz Charlie, but thank you. What a beautiful mind. Don't mind, but are you sure? Have you been inside the mind of a thinker before? It's not beautiful in here. It's quite gruesome, quite dark. I mean, there's a reason there's pain in the art. There's cracks on the walls, and the lights all just flicker. The carpet's threadbare and smells like cheap liquor. The beds are all dusty because artists don't sleep. Everything's rusty and there's loads of stray sheep. The kitchen is empty, the cupboards are bare. The dishes from 10 meals ago are still there. There's voices that echo and knock off the plaster. There's monsters and spectres that make you run faster. There's trapdoors and spikes and all kinds of distractions. Be careful round things that don't usually have actions. I see you're running now. It's horrendous here, I know. Can I ask you a small question, though, before you go? What a beautiful mind. Don't mind, but are you sure? Have you been inside the mind of a thinker before? Thank you very much, G. I needed you there the other day, Charlie, when I repeated myself 3 times. Just like, someone help me break out of this loop, but like, I can't ask for it. So I need to learn how to control it. When I'm trying to do stuff like this, when I'm trying to be myself and I'm not playing a character. Oh, thank you, G. It is one that I think is fun. It's more like I felt like I needed to pull myself away from the darker aspects for a little bit, because if you linger there too long, you're going to end up with a couple of black fingers. So when I'm glitching, think of you. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to be like, I'm gonna have to like figure out how to, you have to send me a really like shocking, like angry photo that I can like picture in my mind, and then it'll be like, poof. Right, come on, Stacey, stop talking shit. I've done it again. Anyway, doesn't matter. But thank you both for coming and listening, and thank you, Charlie, for helping me through this one, and I hope you both have a good evening, and thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I do like it too. I'm proud of my work. So again, have a lovely evening, and thanks for coming, and bye bye, and I love you both. Mwah.